When we look at the text, sometimes the deliverance is not in taking away the cup. Oh, y'all missing what I'm saying. See, sometimes some of us have become so frustrated that we want God to take away the cup, and we think God is not with us because we still take the cup. The cup is only a symbolic fixture for our challenge. And so it doesn't mean that just because you pray, God, get me out of this mess. God, I'm overwhelmed. God, I got a whole lot going on. Sometimes the deliverance is God helps you keep your sanity while you yet deal with the cup. God, if I was a better preacher, y'all would have got that thing. A part of what God has in our lives and what we're struggling with and who we're dealing with, God has certain wills for us to live out, and sometimes your will is not the will of somebody else's. And so sometimes you've got to struggle more. Sometimes you've got to wrestle with some stuff more. Sometimes your life ain't going to be what their life is. Sometimes it is your will and God's will for y'all to be interconnected, and it's not going to be what somebody else does. And so you don't have to pray. Listen, you don't pray for God to remove it. You pray for God to keep you in it. That's what Jesus said. He said, take this cup. Oh, no, you know what? But not my will. Your will be done. See, this is the crazy thing about wills, because if it was up to us, many of us live based upon our will. And you, in the long run, are going to find out that it don't mean a whole lot. Living your will and not God's will. And you can floss here on earth with all the stuff you got. You can ride around with your rims spinning. You can take people in your home and tour them around like it is God's house or the White House. You can wear all the kind of clothes you want, spend all the money on the shoes and the clothes and the stuff. But if you are not living according to God's will, eventually all of that stuff will add up to nothing. Because when it's all said and done, I tell you this, and I often got to remind myself and remind us as well, when you're gone, you take nothing with you but your soul. Let me say that again, because some of y'all been working your whole life and got so much stuff that when you die, evidently you think that the UPS and the FedEx and the people who pack up stuff are going to come and pack up all your stuff in boxes and send it to 123 Heaven Boulevard and have it shipped there waiting for you. But there's not a person yet who's ever had any physical material sent with them to heaven. So if they drop it in your tomb with you, guess what? It's only going to deteriorate under the dirt that's in the ground. It doesn't go anywhere with you. So every now and then you just got to check all the stuff that we're driving ourselves crazy over, and just simply say to ourselves, God, it's your will. What is your will for my life? What is it you're trying to do in my life? And if it means that this cup that I got is going to cause me to have to go through some stuff, then I will take it, because it's not my will, but it is your will. It's not what I want, but it's what you want. It's not what you want me to do, but it's what you want to do. And when I look at the life of Jesus, I can't do nothing but be thankful when I see Jesus making it through the Garden of Gethsemane. Because if Jesus can get through the Garden of Gethsemane, then Jesus can get through everything else. I told y'all I was done. A part of the problem, many of us will never get to the cross moment because we can't get through the Gethsemane moments. We can't get through the moments when we're struggling internally all by ourselves, and when God is trying to do something and it's just you and God all by yourself at night. You're throwing in the towel because you want to be like somebody else. And God is saying, I'll give you what you want, but you got to go through what I need you to go through, so that when you get what you want, your head won't be so big that you won't be able to handle. And so sometimes the lessons that you go through will cause you to have to bleed. There will be some pain sometimes. You will lose some friends. You will see some friends sleeping on you. But when it's all said and done, position you so that you're strong enough to handle everything you're going through, because when God's on your side, God, if I was a better preacher, it'd be about 50 people standing up right now saying, thank you for the Garden of Gethsemane. I'm there right now all by myself. Nobody knows the tears that I'm crying. Nobody knows the hell that I'm going through. Nobody knows that I only slept 45 minutes last night, that my job is driving me crazy, that my children are driving me crazy, that the people I'm in relationship with ain't worth 2 cents. But if I can make it through Gethsemane, if I can hang in through Gethsemane, then the cross I can handle. God, somebody ought to just give God some praise right now. I will sit here to preach just for you. God said if you can handle it through this season, nothing else you will go through will be worse than where you are right now.